Across the barren deserts of southern Peru, giant shapes stretch across the earth, so massive, they can only be seen from the sky. Spiders, monkeys, astronauts. But carved into the ground over 2,000 years ago. Who made them? Why do they exist? And how did ancient people create such perfect designs without the ability to fly? For decades, scientists, historians, and conspiracy theorists have all tried to explain them. Not the truth. It's more mind-blowing than you think. Welcome to Decoding History and Science, where we dive deep into the most mysterious puzzles of our past and explore how they still shape our world today. Today, we're journeying into the dry, windswept plains of Peru, home to one of archaeology's greatest unsolved mysteries, the Nazca Lines. Discovered by pilots in the early 20th century, these massive geoglyphs were etched into the desert floor by an ancient civilization. Long before the invention of flight. But here's what makes them truly mysterious: they were never meant to be seen from the ground. So why did an ancient people, without satellites, drones, or even hot air balloons, create massive designs visible only from the sky? Were they religious symbols? Astronomical calendars? Or something out of this world? In this video, we're going to explore every major theory, from scientific to supernatural, and break down the latest discoveries that may finally solve the mystery of the Nazca Lines once and for all. Get ready for a mind-expanding journey through history, mystery, and the very limits of human imagination. Let's begin. Origins of the Nazca Lines, a civilization lost in the sand, fade in with desert wind sound, soft music under narration. They lie in one of the driest places on Earth. The Nazca Desert of southern Peru. Stretched across 200 square miles of lifeless, sun-scorched ground. Are enormous drawings? Etched directly into the earth. They take the form of animals, plants, geometric shapes. And some are still unrecognizable. You can't see them standing on the ground. You wouldn't even notice them if you walked right across them. But from the sky, they explode into view. Giant figures. A hummingbird. A monkey. A spider with legs stretched out longer than a football field. There's even what looks like an astronaut. Helmet. Eyes. Arms raised to the heavens. No joke. It's really there. These are the Nazca Lines. One of archaeology's greatest enigmas. And to this day, no one fully knows why they were made. Or how a civilization without aerial technology could design artwork that can only be seen from above. But to understand this mystery, we have to go back over 2,000 years. To a people who lived in isolation, in one of the harshest environments on Earth. The Nazca civilization. Who were the Nazca? The Nazca people thrived between 100 BCE and 800 CE. They weren't an empire. They weren't conquerors. They were farmers, survivors, engineers of the impossible. They lived in a desert where it almost never rains. And yet, they built underground aqueducts to channel water from the mountains. Some of which are still working today. But their most astonishing legacy isn't below the ground. It's right on the surface. They carved enormous lines, some stretching over 10 miles, into the earth. Perfectly straight. Unbroken for centuries. No drones. No GPS. No bird's eye view. Just sticks, ropes, and a vision that we still don't fully understand. How were the lines made? You might think these were made with some kind of heavy machinery. But the technique was surprisingly simple. The Nazca scraped away the top layer of dark, oxidized stones, to reveal the lighter sand underneath. That's it. No digging. No carving into rock. But here's the twist, even though the method was simple, the scale and precision were anything but. Some lines stretch out for dozens of kilometers, without a single curve out of place. Some animal figures are drawn in perfect proportion, as if traced by an artist, floating hundreds of feet in the sky. But how? How did they achieve this accuracy? And more importantly, why? The first theories when Western scientists first discovered the lines in the 1920s. They were baffled. Many thought they were ancient roads, or paths to sacred temples. But those theories didn't hold, because most of the lines don't lead anywhere. And many of the shapes aren't walkable paths. They're massive artworks. In the 1940s, a German mathematician named Maria Reich dedicated her life to studying the Nazca Lines. She believed they were a giant astronomical calendar, tracking the sun, the stars, and celestial events. Others proposed they were connected to rituals for water, rain dances etched in the earth, prayers that could only be seen by the gods above. And then came the more bizarre theories. Aliens, runways for ancient spacecraft, messages to beings from other worlds. As crazy as that sounds, it's a theory that refuses to die. In part 2, we'll break down these theories one by one, explore the wild claims of ancient astronaut believers, and uncover the scientific evidence that might finally point us to the truth. The answer might not be what you expect. Stay with us. Theories, myths, and misconceptions. So what are the Nazca Lines? Messages to the gods? A cosmic calendar? Or something far stranger? Let's break down the main theories. Astronomical calendar. Maria Reich believed the lines tracked celestial movements, marking solstices, equinoxes, and star alignments. It sounds logical. But modern studies show only a small percentage of lines match astronomical events. So, maybe not a star map after all. Water rituals. Another theory says the lines were part of ceremonial paths, used in rituals to call for rain. The desert was bone dry, and water was sacred. So carving massive symbols into the ground could have been their way of praying to nature itself. Ancient aliens. Then there's the wild one, that the lines were landing strips for alien spacecraft. Popularized by Erich von Däniken in the 1960s, this theory captured the public's imagination, but not the scientific community's. There's no physical evidence, no crash sites, no tech, just speculation, and a lot of mystery. Symbolic art. More recent studies suggest the lines were symbolic. Not meant to be seen from above, but made to be walked. Processions? Rituals? Pilgrimages across sacred shapes. The lines weren't just pictures. They were experiences. But here's where it gets really interesting. Modern tech, drones, satellite imagery, and AI, has revealed new lines never seen before. And what they show might change everything we thought we knew. In part 3, we uncover the latest discoveries, and the shocking possibility that the mystery is far from over. The latest discoveries and the truth we might be missing just when we thought we knew all the shapes. Modern technology opened our eyes. New lines discovered by drones and AI in recent years. Researchers used high-resolution satellite images, drones, and even AI scanning tools to uncover over 100 new geoglyphs hidden in the desert. Smaller, fainter, easily missed by the naked eye. Some depict humanoid figures, cats, birds, and mythical creatures. These new findings suggest that the Nazca Lines weren't just a one-time project. They were part of a much larger, evolving cultural tradition, possibly spanning centuries. The meaning? Still unsolved. Despite all the research, we still don't know the full story. No ancient writings explain them. No oral traditions survived intact. Only the desert and its silent lines. Were they art? Messages to the gods? Ritual walkways? Maybe all of the above. A legacy written in the earth. What we do know is this: the Nazca people achieved something timeless. Without machines, without flight, without global connection, they left behind a message etched into the earth. So big, it takes the sky to read it. And maybe that's the point. That we're still looking. Still wondering. Still amazed? If this story fascinated you, imagine how many more secrets lie just beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. Hit subscribe for more mysteries decoded, leave a comment with your favorite theory, and don't forget to share this with someone who loves ancient history as much as you do. This is Decoding History and Science. And we've only just begun.